Hello and welcome to Batteries, Models and Transport. So it's been a very busy week, very busy week with lots of things I had to do, and usually I like to make a video, or more or less upload a video every day, every other day, because I usually manage to dedicate some time in a day to my hobbies. But no, this week was really hectic. Anyway, so right now this is Saturday evening, Saturday the 4th, I think. Could it be? Yes, Saturday the 4th of no, sorry, Friday the 4th of June. And is it the 4th? I can't remember. Let me check. I can't even remember the date. I'm checking on my notebook here when I do lessons. I did a lesson this morning, so indeed it's Friday the 4th of July. Friday the 4th of July. It's been a very hot week. Maybe it's going to cool down this weekend, storms, etc. So during the week you saw a couple of, maybe there was a Montagnana video which I filmed last Saturday, and nothing more. So this evening we're going to assemble the BB67001 locomotive by Lima, the SNCF, and I'll just show you one last thing. The only modelling job I managed to actually do this week. The bodywork, you can see that there's this hole here. This is the hole for the fuel filler, diesel cap, and there are two tanks, one per side. And I've looked at many Lima body shells, and there's a small disc in there. There's not just an empty hole. So why this one has an empty hole, I do not know. So what did I do to sort of create that three-dimensional idea of a diesel filler cap? I decided to paint the corresponding part of chassis behind this hole in the same turquoise shade, which I mixed myself, if you remember, of the locomotive. And then maybe we'll add a wee bit of dirt with some black or something. We'll see what to do. So, as you know, the locomotive there are two cabs. On one end, I made new glazing. So this is the side with the new glazing, the cab with the new glazing. There you go. Here I fitted the acrylic diamonds for lighting, and you can see I also made the windscreen wipers. This is the new buffer, which is nice and solid now because it was fitted a long time ago at this point. And here's the other cab, which has got the original glazing and headlights. So this locomotive hasn't got any lighting. So I've been thinking to fit lighting. Now, with the acrylic diamonds, you have a lighting effect. Even it catches a light, so you have the sort of shining headlamp effect, no? So I was thinking to do as follows. I'm putting this cab at this end here. There's the motor, there's less space for fitting lighting. Here I would have to actually get the Lima lighting, which is like a sort of plastic frame that sticks in here with the bulb pointing down the way. If I wanted to have reversible lighting, of course there'd be more work. Of course, yes, there's also LED lighting, but generally I like to work with normal bulbs. It's simpler, there's less, the easier the better. And I actually don't have any Lima bulbs. Plus, on this end here, I didn't recreate a light bar. I could make a light bar easily enough, but I didn't bother. So what I might do, I might fit, but we won't do it now. We'll do it further on because really I can't carry on forever with this job. This illuminating the light, the locomotive is easy enough. I'm going to fit one Jouef bulb holder in this end of the locomotive, which is the end with this cab here with original lighting, complete with the original glazing, complete with light bar, and pointing this way. But I would build a small support or something for it, probably with a bit of balsa wood glued in there because there's plenty of space. And on the other side I just don't bother. So when I want to operate this locomotive in sort of in a dull light, when you want to actually see the headlamps glazing, I can drive it with this cab forward. When I want to just do day driving, I can go with this cab forward, with this cab here pointing forward with acrylic diamonds. Anyway, that's an idea. Let me know what you think about it. Okay, so let's just pop the body on now and see how it is. Here there are one, two, 3, 4. 4, but one's missing, so there are only 3 lugs here. So we'll have to catch it on with 3 lugs. 3 lugs only. Let's see if this is going to be good enough. Okay. So. Just a minute, we're going to put it in the cradle. Couple of toothpicks. So we'll put a toothpick in. Let's just get close. Oops, a daisy, that's us. Okay. So I'm just going to put this one out. Okay, that's gone down already. Caught. And this one over here. And that's us in. Excellent. Very simple, very fast. No sweat. There's plenty of sweating around here. No sweat. Oh no. Damn. The buffer here got pushed. Got caught in the coupling. It's one of the good ones. It's one of the ones with a good buffer housing. I'll have to be careful with this, huh? I nearly got wrenched off. Good job that glue and glaze is a nice flexible. It's a nice flexible glue. So let me see if that's okay. Seems to be. We'll have to be careful with the couplings. Okay, so there we are. I think I'll get the turntable and we'll have a look at it on our homemade, very primitive turntable. There we go. So there's the BB67000 in all its glory. Maybe a wee touch up there of black. I could just go in there using a black fine marker pen and make it a little bit more three-dimensional. What do you say? It's quite nice. It's quite good. This has got the 2 lugs. Here there's only 1, but it's okay. So there's our finished locomotive. It's not got the lighting yet, but it will have. Let's have a look at it closer from a better angle. Has this gone out of focus? doing? It's enlarging big time. Pressed something else. Oh no. Oh, we've lost the focus. And just changed position and we lost the focus. That's very good. I don't want 1x. Okay, we restored focus. Perfect. Something went wrong. Okie doke. I pressed something wrong. Right, it's been a long tiring day also for myself. So there's a completed locomotive. I think that's quite nice. Definitely looking better than what it was like. This body shell was really a dog's breakfast. Pardon the technical hiccup before, I don't know what happened. Here's the end that had that sort of micro accident with the buffers before, but I see the buffers seem to be very okay again. Yes, that's very good. Okay, so there we go. We've finished this job. Now I've got time to, of course we still have to fit some form of lighting inside, and we've got time to begin work on something else. So I will begin work on this 040TA. Is getting a body swap. This is getting refurbished for resale. It's in pretty good condition as well, so it's not really bad, but I won't be going through all the various steps because I've already serviced these locomotives before. But I will show you I have to change the drive belt. So I'll make a video about how to change the drive belt on these locomotives. Okay, if you enjoyed the video, you can give it a like and subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and most above all, I'd like to know what your thoughts about the locomotive and also about fitting the lighting. Only at one end, making do for the other end of the acrylic diamonds. There they are. Cheerio, and see you next time. Ciao, ciao.